Page 365, we're going to go through the answers to these first day's problems from this lesson. So if you look at number 12, 5%, we're going to change to a decimal, so it's just moving the decimal 2 spots to the left, which is 5/100. Multiply that by 210, and that would be 10 and 5/10. Or if you have an extra 0, 10 and 50/100. Number 13, same idea, move the decimal 2 places to the left, and if you multiply, that would be 41. Number 15, 35/100 times 10, which actually would just move our decimal 1 spot to the right, would be 3 and 5/10. Number 17, decimal 2 places to the left, and if you multiply that, would be 54/100. Number 18, 5.5% is the tax, so 5.5% of $24. Move the decimal 2 places to the left and multiply, and that's $1.32. If you're ever doing a problem like this, if it doesn't come out to the nearest hundredth, if it goes past that point, we would just round that off to the nearest cent. The next part, we're looking at the circle graph. So the circle graph is based off of 180 cars, and the first question is how many blue cars are there? So the blue cars, that's 45%, so 45% of 180. Change that to a decimal and multiply, and that would be 81. And just a reminder, when you're doing these, you need to make sure you move the decimal and then multiply it. I know some calculators have percent buttons on them, but I don't want you to use those because when you do the iLearn test, they don't have that on the calculator if you're even allowed to use a calculator for a question like this. So you'd either be doing it just without a calculator where you just work it out by hand, or if you can use their calculator, there's no percent button. So for now, we need to just stick with that. When you get out of school and you want to use the percent button, then I guess you can. But 21, we're looking at red cars. So red cars is 30%. So 30% of 180. Move your decimal and multiply that, and that would be 54 red cars. On number 23, it says that this bank contains pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, and there are 4 more nickels than pennies. And the question is, how much money does this contain? Also, we have a bit of information over here. There's 50 coins altogether. 10% are pennies, 42% are dimes. So based off of that, for the pennies, we know that's 10% of 50. So that would be 5 pennies. Next in order should be nickels. There's 4 more nickels than pennies, so that would mean 9 nickels. And then dimes, it says 42% are dimes. So if you work that out, that would be 21 dimes. And if you'll notice, the quarters they didn't say anything about, other than that there are quarters. But if we look at what we've got, we had 5 pennies, 9 nickels, 21 dimes. That's a total of 35 coins, and we had 50 coins altogether. So 50 minus 35 leaves 15 quarters. And we might think we're done. We're not quite done yet, because the question is, how much money does the bank contain? So if we had 5 pennies, that would be 5 cents. 9 nickels, those are 5 cents each. That would be 45 cents. And I guess I'll put these in more of a dollar format. 21 dimes, that would be $2.10. With our dimes, and then the quarters, we had 15 quarters, so 15 times 0.25, and that's $3.75. So now we just add those together. I'm going to start with the $3.75, $2.10, 45 cents, and 5 cents. And if we add those together, that would be $6.35 total. So that is our answer for 23. Number 26. So this album holds 600 baseball cards. Each page holds 6 cards. 45% of the album is empty. How many pages are filled? So they gave this kind of backwards. So a couple ways you can do this. First, we could figure out what's empty, or I'm just going to do it the other way. I'm going to say 100% minus 45% would be 55% that's filled. And there's different ways you could do this, but if you take 55% of 600, so change that to a decimal and multiply, that would be 330. What that means is 330 cards. Probably should number our steps here. And then each page holds 6 cards. So if you do 330 divided by 6, then that would be 55 pages. So 55 pages are filled with baseball cards. Number 27, Miguel collected aluminum cans. He collected a total of 150 cans. How many of the cans were not soda cans? So here we are again, 58% were soda cans, so I'm going to first figure out, if you subtract that, would be 42% that are not soda cans. That's 42% of 150. And if you work that out, that is 63 cans. So 63 cans are not soda cans. A way of checking your answer, what you could do is you could from that point you could figure out what 58% of 150 is, and then those numbers should add up to get 150. If you did that, you should get 87. And so that's the other way of doing it. You could figure out, what's 58% of 150, and that would be 87, and then you could take 150 minus 87 to figure out that 63 were not soda cans. Number 28, the aquarium is 95% filled with water, and it holds 1,120 gallons. And they're doing a lot of these here. They want us to select the remaining number of gallons of water needed to fill the aquarium to the top. So if it's 95% full, that means 5% is not full. So if we change that to a decimal and multiply, and that should be 56. Or you can figure out what amount is full, which would be 1,064 gallons, and then if you take 1,120 minus 1,064, that would give you the same answer. And finally, number 29, the goal of collecting 900 cans, and they've collected 82%, and again, how many more cans do they need to collect? So 100% minus the 82% they've already collected, that's 18% of the 900 cans that they still need. And if you work that out, that should be 162. So this should give you an idea of working out the problems on the first part of lesson 6.5. Have a good day.